If you're thinking about buying the 2026 Toyota Sequoia, stop for a second, because this full-size SUV might not be the no-brainer family hauler everyone assumes it is. The 2026 Toyota Sequoia looks powerful, modern, and efficient on paper, but real ownership tells a more complicated story. This isn't hype. This isn't hate. This is the honest breakdown US buyers actually need before signing a $70,000 plus check. Why the 2026 Toyota Sequoia matters. The Toyota Sequoia competes in one of the most competitive segments in America, full-size, body-on-frame SUVs. Think Chevrolet Tahoe, Ford Expedition, and Nissan Armada territory. This segment matters because large families still want 3 rows. Towing capacity matters in truck-heavy states. Road trips are a real lifestyle, and gas prices continue to influence buying decisions. Toyota positioned the Sequoia as the smart alternative. Hybrid power, better fuel economy, Toyota reliability, strong resale value. On paper, that sounds unbeatable, but when you actually live with it, that's where things get interesting. Let's talk about the real ownership problems. Problem number 1. The hybrid system isn't as efficient as you expect. Yes, the 2026 Toyota Sequoia comes standard with Toyota's iForce Max twin-turbo V6 hybrid system. And yes, the EPA numbers look better than traditional V8 competitors. But here's the ownership reality. In real-world American driving, especially highway miles, you're not seeing dramatic savings. Many owners report mileage in the high teens. That's not bad for a 6,000-pound SUV, but it's not life-changing either. If you're upgrading from an older V8 SUV expecting Prius-like savings, you'll be disappointed. And there's more. Hybrid systems add complexity. While Toyota has a strong reliability reputation, long-term hybrid component replacement, especially outside warranty, can be expensive. Most buyers won't keep it 12 to 15 years, but if you plan to, that's something to consider. The Sequoia isn't inefficient, but it's not a miracle either. Problem number 2. Third row and cargo space compromises. This is one of the biggest real-world complaints. Because the hybrid battery is mounted under the rear area, the third row doesn't fold flat to the floor like some competitors. Instead, it folds upward. That creates an uneven cargo floor, less maximum storage flexibility, and a raised rear cargo area. If you frequently haul large boxes, strollers, sports equipment, or road trip luggage for 5 or more people, you'll feel this limitation. Compared to something like the Chevrolet Tahoe, cargo versatility simply isn't as flexible. For families who genuinely use all 3 rows often, this matters more than horsepower numbers ever will. Problem number 3. Ride quality is still truck-based. The Sequoia rides on a body-on-frame platform shared with Toyota's full-size trucks. That's great for towing durability, not always great for comfort. Even with adaptive suspension available, the ride can feel firm over broken pavement, slightly bouncy over highway expansion joints, less composed than some competitors. If you're coming from a unibody crossover like a Grand Highlander or even a large 3-row SUV like a Telluride, the Sequoia will feel heavier and more truck-like. For some buyers, that's confidence-inspiring. For others, especially daily suburban commuters, it can feel overbuilt and less refined than expected for the price. Problem number 5. Pricing climbs fast. Very fast. Base price looks reasonable for the segment, but once you start adding desirable trims, TRD Pro, capstone, premium packages, you're quickly into $75,000 to $85,000 territory. At that level, expectations rise, and that's where comparisons get tough. For similar money, buyers will cross-shop well-equipped Chevrolet Tahoe High Country, Ford Expedition Platinum, even entry-level luxury SUVs. And when you're spending that much, interior materials, road noise, and comfort become much more scrutinized. The Sequoia interior is solid and functional, but is it $85,000 impressive? That depends on your expectations. Problem number 5. It's big, sometimes too big. This seems obvious, but daily ownership makes it real. The 2026 Sequoia is over 208 inches long, wide, and heavy. In tight suburban parking lots, older city infrastructure, and school pickup lines, maneuvering can feel intimidating. Yes, cameras help. Yes, sensors help. But physics still applies. If you don't actually tow heavy trailers or need serious body-on-frame capability, you may be carrying around more SUV than your lifestyle requires. And that translates to higher fuel costs, more tire expense, more brake wear, more overall ownership costs. Big SUVs are great if you need them, not if you just like the idea of them. The honest ownership experience. Here's where we level things out. The 2026 Toyota Sequoia does a lot well. Strong resale value, impressive towing capability, modern tech interface, standard hybrid power, Toyota's track record for durability. This is not a bad SUV, but it is a specialized SUV. It's built primarily for families who tow boats or campers, buyers who want truck-level durability, long-term Toyota loyalists, people who value resale stability. If that's you, the Sequoia makes sense. If not, there may be smarter options. Who should buy the 2026 Toyota Sequoia? Buy it if you tow regularly and want hybrid efficiency. You plan to keep it long-term. You prefer proven brands over experimental redesigns. You want strong resale value. You live in truck-friendly states with space to park it. This SUV shines in rural, suburban, and road trip lifestyles. It feels solid. It feels durable. It feels like it will last. That peace of mind matters. Who should skip it? Skip it if you rarely use the third row, you don't tow, you mainly commute in urban areas, you want a softer crossover-style ride, you're price-sensitive in the $70K plus range. In those cases, a large unibody SUV or even a well-equipped midsize option may serve you better and cost less over time. Should you buy the 2026 Toyota Sequoia? The 2026 Toyota Sequoia is not overhyped, but it is misunderstood. It's not the most spacious. It's not the softest riding. It's not dramatically fuel efficient, but it is durable. It is capable, and it will likely hold value extremely well. The key question is simple. Do you actually need a full-size, body-on-frame hybrid SUV? If the answer is yes, and you'll use its capability, the Sequoia is a strong, rational purchase. If the answer is not really, you may be spending more than you need to. And in 2026, smart buying decisions matter more than brand loyalty. Because the best SUV isn't the one with the biggest name, it's the one that fits your real life. If this breakdown helped you think more clearly about your next SUV purchase, consider subscribing. We focus on real ownership, not brochure hype, so you can buy smarter the first time.